Wake up, guys. Like the sidewalk in front of Planned Parenthood out here. What the fuck is wrong with you? Come out here and make Eric Swirtle. Everybody give a hand to Eric Swirtle. Yeah. It's Louisville's answer to Joe Jonas. I appreciate every time I see him. I appreciate every time you come out. He's a very busy man. A lot of people don't know this. He does this, and then on the weekends, and you know, whenever he can squeeze it in, he plays bait for online predators. So, speaking of bait, I stopped going to church when I was about 13. My mom didn't think I was mature enough to date men. Speaking of which, are we ever going to get these kids to shut the fuck up? I mean, really. Does nobody know how to keep a secret anymore? Every time I turn on the news, he raped me, shut up. It's a fucking secret, remember? That cost me 2 Snickers. Shut the fuck up. At any rate, I was arrested a while back. Anybody in here ever been arrested? Yeah, well, fuck you all. I was arrested a while back, and it was for something silly. And at the time, I was a corrections officer, and I'd been through a pat down before because we did them, and you know they weren't anything new to me. So, gets to the obligatory part of that process where the guy decides that he wants to pat me down and tells me he's going to do it. Turn around, there's a pad right here on the wall. It's got a hole here, it's got a hole here, it's got a hole in the middle. It's like, all right, put your hands in the smaller ones, put your head in the one in the middle. Will do. Pretty complimentary, you know. Goes across the shoulders, across the back, across the waist, you know, down your arms. That's pretty much what we did. But no, he gave me the credit card test, which, I don't know if you all know this or not, but the credit card test is when the officer in question takes his finger and jams that laterally in your ass crack and works it all the way up your nuts. Which sucks a lot. Even then, I thought, okay, that's the worst that's going to happen. Okay? Got one more. Hands here, head in the middle. Reaches under my legs, ladies and gentlemen, and cups my dick and balls in one hand. Which is not very impressive to all of you all doing the math out there. But, sure as shit, the guy held on to said dick and balls for what seemed like an eternity, or at least enough time for him to have bought me something special. But no, it was enough time for me to be sitting there, hands in the holes, in the hole, and have enough wherewithal to look down at my watch and make a statement. And the statement was, hey, can I get you to dice them back and forth so I know you're not enjoying this? Which he didn't think was funny. Well, after all that, we go to get your picture taken, and I'm walking away with all the shame that, you know, his sweaty hand would allow. And the thought occurred to me, God damn, I hope he works here. The guy was just standing there, kind of, you know. I mean, they told me where to go. Within 5 minutes, I look over and he's mopping the floor. We're having a fucking issue. But anyway, let's see. Recently been looking for a job, having trouble finding work. People tell me it's my personality, and I always tell them fuck you. But we get to the part of the application invariably where they ask for 3 references, business references at that. If I had 3 business references, I wouldn't need a fucking job. I mean, realistically, if you're going to ask somebody at your past job if this guy was any good, wouldn't the answer invariably come back, well, no, if he was a good employee, he'd still be here. Maybe it's just me. Let's see. I have a thing that I like to do every once in a while, and I just call it sex, but it's every once in a while, so. But also, I have another thing I like to do is write down just things I've noticed. Okay, and I'm going to share it with you. You got some of these with you if you don't care. All right, a little louder. I can, you know, this is free. Okay, act like it. Okay. I was riding down the street the other day and saw a big Mercedes-Benz. with what appeared to be a large frumpy lesbian driving that car. Now, my question to you guys is, what is she compensating for? It's either a really small dick or a huge twat. I mean, it's one of the two. Anyway. Who decides what holiday is best to buy a mattress? Anybody? Okay. How about this? Who the fuck did analog TV hurt? Without that little dish thing on my TV, I get no stations. Even when during analog TV, I had 4. Who the fuck did that hurt? Another thing I've noticed is it's hard to counsel your depressed friends on track phone. Anybody know what a track phone is? You know what a track phone is by now. Track phone is one of those ones that's prepaid minutes. It's hard to counsel your friends and not look like an asshole for wanting to get off within like 5 minutes so you don't waste minutes. And I got employers trying to call me, fuck off. I wish there was such a thing as vaginal implants. That way you can fill them up like you do fake tits. I want to see somebody get a divorce on a baseball scoreboard. I think Avon ladies are cheap bitches. That's why they have parties at your house. That's good. I think hard nipples are braille for yes, please. I think people with cerebral palsy look like they need to be shaken and ironed out. If the Pope has so much faith, then how come you ride around in a bulletproof car? Let's see. The Dos Equis guy. Everybody familiar with this cat? The most interesting man in the world. When did he stop selling Dos Equis and buy into Men's Warehouse? When did that happen? Have you ever noticed you never see those two guys at the same place? Because they're the same fucking guy. One of my pet peeves is, you know the shorts, the real short booty shorts that have got, you know, sexually suggestive material written on the back of them, like juicy or sexy or, you know, shit like that? You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. It's odd that you admitted to that, but all right. I don't think the letters ought to be 6 inches apart. I really don't. I think if the letters are that far apart, we're just believing the hype at that point. I'm not real sure. I bet KY jelly tastes like shit on toast. And from my observation, everyone that I've ever seen on cable TV, not in public, but all testicles look partially melted. Oh, wow. Well, that's the way I live. I just recently discovered I was becoming fat. And the good news about that is I can still see my dick, which I find beneficial at times. I can still see it, but it looks like it's getting chased down by a really slow, creepy avalanche. I imagine my dick being that lonely skier at the bottom of the hill, trying to be really quiet but expressing outrage at the same time. Eat a fucking carrot every once in a while. I like to do stuff that fat people don't usually do. 2 weeks ago, went out and test drove a Mini Cooper. I didn't drive though, I let the salesman drive. You know, it was funny to me to look over and see the guy all hemmed in, you know, trying to drive the car. That's how you know you're a big guy. When you look over and the guy driving is driving like his shirt don't fit. That's all I needed right there. I do stuff that fat people usually do. And one of the ways that you become fat is I was making something on a George Foreman grill, ladies and gentlemen, and took a handful of cheese and just sprinkled it on there. Was not putting it on the food that I was cooking. Just put it straight on the grill. And ate it. And was instantly ashamed that I like it so much. That's how you know you're a fat guy. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for me. I appreciate y'all coming out. Thank you.